Guys. Oh, so good to see you. I'm not seeing you actually, but good to have you here. Thank you for watching. Um, okay, I have a little update for the prayer team, and I want to preface it by saying, first of all, if you're watching this and you're not on the prayer team, but you love to pray for people, we would love for you to pray for people. There are a lot of hurting people coming in. It's a harvest of people coming into the church in these days, coming into God's kingdom. And we want to be available. We want to have a large prayer team to be available to minister to people, to comfort them, to heal them, to pray and believe with them and believe for them. Some of them are maybe struggling in their faith and having a hard time believing that God will do something for them. If you're on the prayer team already, thank you so much. We are so grateful for you serving people in this way. If you are on the prayer team, maybe you could think of someone who likes to pray, somebody in your life who is a prayer warrior person who likes to pray, and ask them to join you on the prayer team. But if you're not on the prayer team and you love to pray for people, we want you to pray for people. So you can go ahead and fill out a serve form, like a form to serve on our church website. So today I just have a few little tips for our prayer team. Some of these I did say in the prayer team training video that I did earlier this year, but it's always good to have a reminder, and also for new people that are just coming onto the team. And for those who've been on the team for a while, it's a good refresher for you. Okay, so here's some tips for praying for people. Number one, make sure you're always speaking life. When you pray for people, speak life into them. Proverbs 18:21 says, "Death and life are in the power of the tongue, and those who love it will eat its fruit." This means that what you speak, your words have power. And when you speak something that is negative, it is actually filled with death, and it can cause negative things to happen in that person's soul or even their body. But when you speak something that is positive and encouraging and loving and kind, then those kind of things happen in that person's soul and in their body. Life is going to spring forth for them. So speak life. Number two, encourage and build up the person who's in front of you that you're praying for. Paul says in Thessalonians 5, he's talking about the day of the Lord, okay? And the day of the Lord, he says, yes, it's going to come. It's going to surprise some people. Disaster may come on some people, those who don't know the Lord. But for those of us who know Jesus, he's saying God's judgment and anger is not for us. God's judgment and anger is not for us. Whether it's the rapture coming first or whether whether it comes later, we are still going to be protected and safe in the middle of anything that might be happening on the earth that looks like judgment, but it is not judgment or anger against us. 1 Thessalonians 5:11 says, follows that up. Paul saying, yes, some of these surprises are going to happen, some disastrous things might look like they're happening, but it's not for you. Like, you're going to be protected, you are going to be safe. So 5:11 says, so encourage each other and build each other up, just as you are already doing. When you have a person in front of you that you're praying for, make sure you are encouraging them and you are building them up. You are not speaking judgment. You're not speaking something harsh over them. You're not speaking disaster over them. That goes with number one about speaking life and not speaking death, okay? Don't speak words of judgment or condemnation over anyone, even if they don't know the Lord yet. Do not speak that kind of condemnation over them, even if you sense something is off or whatever you might sense. It could be that person is just under attack right now, and Jesus wants them to be free. So have the heart of Jesus and make sure that you're encouraging and building up. Number three, pray only what they ask you to pray for. Pray only what they ask you to pray for. If the person coming to you, their foot hurts, pray for the foot. Don't go into, everything else in their life that you might know about or might not know about. Don't go into their marriage needs help. Don't go into anything else. Pray for their foot because that's what they asked you to pray for. And that's probably where their faith is as well. Like they believe that Jesus will heal their foot. Okay. Number 4, do unto others as you would have them do to you. Jesus said that in Luke 6:31. Keep things encouraging and loving. Think about, how would you want someone to pray for you? If you were in their shoes, if you were in their situation asking for prayer for what they're asking for, how would you want someone to pray for you? So pray that way for them, encouraging, loving, and comforting. And then number 5, don't just use the gifts of the Holy Spirit. We do want you to use the gifts the Holy Spirit has given you, but use the gifts and the fruit of the Holy Spirit. Let that person taste this like sweetness of God through the fruit in your life. Galatians 5:22 and 23. The Holy Spirit produces this kind of fruit in our lives. So the Holy Spirit lives in you and he should be producing this fruit. He will be producing this fruit in you: love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, gentleness, and self-control. There's no law against these things. So you guys, give as much fruit of the Holy Spirit to a person standing in front of you as you can. Let them taste and see that the Lord is good. Let there be goodness coming from you as you pray for them. Let there be kindness and gentleness and love and patience and peace. We all need more of it, right? Taste and see. Let them taste and see that the Lord is good. So that is it for today. 5 little tips for you guys as prayer teams. Bless you all. And remember to encourage your favorite prayer warrior people, friends, or whoever you know that loves to pray for people. Encourage them to sign up for the prayer team. Thanks so much, you guys.